Hello, 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 and welcome to another live stream by Virtual Flight Diaries. And we are here with the Fokker F28. We're in the Mark 1000 variant, the smallest of them all. And we are running Canadian Regional Airlines, doing a little short flight from Newark up to Toronto. Did a little poll. And this won the poll for Saturday night stream, but due to real life work constraints, life in law enforcement is unpredictable, and I had to cancel. I had to cancel a lot last week due to work, so that's why we're doing two streams today. So since this won the poll, we're starting it off with this plane right here. And yeah, this thing is awesome. And it is now native to 2024 and has a lot of 2024 features. They did LOD work for optimization, and they also did some systems and artwork to the cabins. And they updated their UNS-1 to accept the sim brief, just like the regional jets. And it's really cool. So we're here at Newark. I forget what scenery I'm running with Newark, but I don't know if I think this might be the Joseki scenery. But anyway, let's get going. So one of the things, we could remove the chocks, but that's going to be a ground crew thing.
Contact New York Center on
But we can.
128.675 for
So
Delta 205.
let's do a proper walk around. So walk arounds are in this direction. Excuse me, I'm just gonna walk through you because we got like time things. So we're gonna go check the tires. That looks good.
Boston Center, Delta 601, 16,000.
Come around here, we look at the wing.
Delta 601, radar contact.
I don't know if we can. Yeah, we can't grab a hold of it. You wouldn't do that anyway. That's the thing. We'll check the main gear. That's looking good. Flaps are looking good.
Contact New York approach on 120.8.
The APU port is clear.
Over to New York approach on 120.8. United 1413.
And Wing Walker. Hello, how are you doing today? Come over here. That wing looks good. All right, let's get on board. Fire this bad boy up.
Piper 8373, Yankee New York Center. Say again. Brickyard 3425, 17,000. Brickyard 3425, radar contact.
One of the cool things we can do is we can set this up for jetway. Turn on the boarding music. Even get some hot water in this one. Although no coffee pot.
Boston Center, Delta 491, flight level 200.
Let's get the cockpit.
491, radar contact.
All right, so we're gonna import our SimBrief flight plan. Going up to Toronto today. So I couldn't find too much information on Canadian Regional Airlines, although it was a regional airline back in the 90s. They did fly the 28. They also were bought out by Jazz. One of the routes was a feeder route from Newark to Toronto, so that's why we're doing this one. And what else? Yeah, I think that's all the information I can find. So we're using say intentions. And the reason I'm using say intentions, although we've had so many problems with it so far, well, not so many. But anyway, the reason I'm using say intentions is because Beyond ATC couldn't get our call sign. Because apparently the modern ICAO CDR is for Bombardier, and our call sign would have been Canadian Air. So, but now our call sign is Canadian Regional, and we can do that through say intentions or VATSIM. So, because I can make specific adjustments. And one of the things. So another announcement. So this afternoon, we're doing the Lear 35, and it's going to be our first stream in a while that we're going to get back into VATSIM. So we're going to be on network for that flight. That flight's going to be Boise down to San Jose in the Lear 35, and that's going to be at 3 o'clock this afternoon Eastern. So other than that, what do we got? We got import the U, and we'll get GSX fueling up, and then we'll do our flows.
Refueling truck is on its way.
Have cargo come open, and forward cargo can come open.
Please don't load aircraft until the fuel.
So another thing they've added is the jetway connection for ground power. Jetway, so we can get some ground power going because we're on BAT. The jetways have ground power connections.
Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and thank you for choosing Canadian Regional Airlines. We kindly ask you to be prepared for boarding to Toronto as we await the official opening of the gates. Please have your documents and boarding
JetBlue
pass.
488, flight level 350.
We appreciate your patience.
488, radar contact.
All right, so power is connected. So let's get the ground power on. So I got stutters, a little bit of stuttering because of the traffic injection. It's a pretty good VRAM he had, although they claim that it's in the cloud and it should be nominal, but unfortunately it's not.
Fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
All right, so we'll get you loading up. Start fueling. We got fuel coming in, so because we're fueling up, no smoking can go on. Seatbelt signs stay off. Arm the emergency light. And bleed air can go on. So let's run the checklist. I've got paper checklist here. My old eyes. So GPU is connected, chocks are set, battery is on, external power is on, nav lights are. So let's finish our flow here. So we got correct that. Come down here and get you on. All right, nav lights are on, emergency light is armed, windshield heats will go to low. Passenger signs are no smoking on, seatbelt signs off, we're refueling, master radio switches can come on. That's these right here.
Delta 2323, radar contact.
Fire up the UNS, get that going. Radios and comms are set. Toastmaster index is set. Takeoff data is in. The generators 1 and 2 are on. TRUs 1 and 2 are on and in line. Starter master is off. Ignition is normal. Air conditioning selectors are auto. Bleed air LPs are in auto. That's these. That's the seat. So bleed air LPs are up here, and they are in auto. My bad. Bleed air mains are on. Anti-ice mains are off and reset. Got ahead of the game here. Engine anti-ice is off. Fuel shutoff valves are closed. Fuel pumps are in normal.
Boston Center, JetBlue 881.
Nozzle swing is on. Hydraulics are on. So we'll get the hydraulics on. Let's get you out of the way.
Blue 881, radar contact.
That's our cockpit preparation. Test you. Do some tests. Fire tests. The APU out to cutoff, and then we reset you. You got to make sure you do this APU test with the APU off, or it will shut down on you. All right, we'll do a comparator test, and that looks good. We'll check the trend. That's good. Get the
Boston Center, Brickyard 4385, 16,000.
Brickyard
set that up,
4385, radar contact.
and yeah, I'll check these lights real quick. Set you up. Do a light test here. All those tests look good. Yep. All right. Yeah, we'll get some lighting on in here. Just juice it up a little bit. No, it is a beautiful day outside to go flying. Get that light out. We'll extend the landing lights just to get all that ready to go. Next step is going to be, while we're refueling, let's get our box set up. So, little secret click spot right here gets us down to the UNS one. Yeah, we'll check the thing. Our database is good till Thursday. Alright, so the flight plan, we're going to load it from SimBrief just for cinematic purposes. That looks good. Let's get the ATIS.
U600B. Caution, unknown drone activity in the area. Advise on initial contact, you have information Mike. Newark Liberty International Airport, information Mike. 1551 Zulu. Arriving runways 11, 4 right. Departing runways 11, 4 left. Wind 360 at 10.
Alright. Canadian Regional 1911. I'd like to pick up our IFR to Toronto with information Mike.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Canadian Regional 1911, Newark Liberty International Airport clearance, cleared to Toronto. Radar vectors Gael, then as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Expect flight level 30010 minutes after departure. Departure on 127.6 squawk 4252. Expect runway 4 left.
Alright, cleared to Toronto. Vectors Gale, then as filed. Climb maintain 3000. We'll expect flight level 30010 minutes after. Departure on 127.6 squawk 4252, and we'll expect runway 4 left for our departure. Canadian Regional 1911. Alright, so we're going 4 left.
Correct.
So departure in, we'll put 4 left in here. So that's 1. We'll enter you. No SID. And that's our flight plan to start. That's good. So for our arrival, we're going to plan the come in on the ILS 5. So we're going to runway 5 is 1. We're going to do the Ling 3. So it's 4. And we got the woozy, the woozy transition. And we plan the ILS 5 with the Zingham. Put you in, our flight plan is in, so next step is there. Alright, so refueling done.
Looking back, the radar vector Zamson is filed.
So ATIS and weather and aircraft clearances are received. Transponder, we'll set that real quick so we don't forget. So it's 4252.
3475, Giant 754.
Giant 754, read back correct.
American 2450, ready to copy.
Put you on.
American 204050, cleared to Cleveland, radar vectors null, Dennis 5, climb maintain flight level 30.
Alright, altimeters are set and pressurization controller. We need to set you.
51 American 2450.
So we'll set the cabin to 31,000. It's 1,000 above your cruise. I already kind of know it to be around 6 in the cabin, so there you go. I'm gonna set the barrow. Got 1029. So we'll just set you up to 1029. Go. All right, that's all set. Put you on auto. All right, so refueling is complete. So no smoking signs can come on. We can actually now fire up the APU. And 3 on. Gen 3 off to start. Alright, Gen 3 on.
Newark, clearance. Doja 4386 has Halo on board. Request IFR clearance to Richmond International. Working on that clearance.
I don't know if we're going to exactly hear that startup with all the other sounds going on.
4646, having with information Bravo, ready for clearance delivery to Cincinnati.
Newark clearance, good afternoon.
Alright, we are full RPMs, so we can get the gen on and we'll get some air going in the cabin. Close you, and let's start boarding.
Boarding requested.
Ladies and gentlemen, boarding has now commenced for Canadian Regional Airlines flight number 191 to Toronto. Please have your boarding passes and identification ready as you proceed to board. Our friendly cabin crew is here to assist you on this short journey aboard the Fokker F28 Fellowship. We thank you for your cooperation and look forward to serving you. Captain, boarding has started.
Very much, Chloe. That's a
Passengers boarding started.
cabin crew AI program called Cabby. All right, so let's continue on the checklist. Parking brake is set. External power is on just to save fuel. No ground power in for now. Chocks are still in. Doors are closed. Okay, so that's too far down the line. So, alright, so we'll continue below the line once before we're ready to start up. Alright, so and we can put you to standby, and we'll set you 15 degrees up. Although it is a nice and clear day. Right, so boarding is commenced. Would be all she wrote. We can actually go and look. We can do more on the UNS, and we'll just pull up my SimBrief flight plan. We can set the fuel up. So we're taking 4,800 kilos of fuel. We're going to need 1,900 kilos. So let's see. So alternate is going to be 771. Hold contingency is going to be 442. Not taking any extra on board. It's loud with that door open. Down a little for me. Alright, so we're just going to wait for the cargo and passengers to finish loading. I think of 41 passengers on board, so it should be a quick load. 42 passengers on board. Cargo is going to be loaded up. So this does a live run of our loading. So once it's all done, we'll just review it and accept it.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Clear to Chicago.
We're only taking
NS files, climb maintain 3000, expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency on 127.6. No squawking, 1655.
I'm taking about 900 kilos of cargo, so
Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened. Your seat back and tray table are in the upright position. And all
so it should be fairly quick.
are switched to airplane mode. Should you
But
require
what we can do is we can disconnect you.
to let me or my colleagues know. Thank you for joining us today.
On gen power now, we can just double check all that. We go bus 1, essential bus. General power is still connected. Okay, that looks good. Got let's check battery 2. Battery 2's looking good. We can disconnect. So that's disconnected.
Your delivery, FedEx 1202 gate 35 at the FedEx ramp for information uniform, requesting IFR clearance to Memphis.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Repeat the departure frequency one more time.
All right, so that's all we're waiting on is for the baggage to finish loading up. And still check our fuels. It's looking good. Looks good. Where's the dimmer switch? That's what I've been looking for. Doing some night flights. This thing is bright. Couldn't find the dimmer. Well, there you go, Chad. I learned something new. All right, so we'll set up for... We're almost loading up. Finished loading up baggage, so we'll do before start. Fuel pumps could come on. Beacons can come on. All right, before start checklist, thrust levels back, idle detent, HPV valves are shut off, fuel booster pumps are on, and starter master will be turned on right now. We got the starter master here. Turn you on. Relights are in manual.
Newark Liberty. United 1864, request IFR clearance to Boston. Clearance delivery, citation 788 Lima Golf, IFR to Buffalo, on request.
Newark Civilians, this is United Airlines 1227.
All right.
Requesting IFR clearance to Seattle.
Start checklist complete. Put you right here. Yeah, we're just waiting to finish up that cargo load. %.
Boarding is complete.
That was quick. All right, boarding is complete. Cargo doors are closed, and can request pushback. Newark ground, Canadian Regional 1911, request push and start.
Canadian Regional 1911, push and start approved, tail west.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for departure, we kindly ask for your full attention as we go over the safety features of this aircraft. Seatbelts should be fastened at this time, and all carry-on items must be stowed in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you.
Hello, Captain.
In the event of an emergency, follow the illuminated exit signs to locate your
Heading
nearest
on
exit.
those
Remember that your nearest exit may be behind you. In the unlikely event of a water landing,
Right,
this
we're all locked up.
aircraft is equipped with life vests located
Brickyard
under your
3400,
seat.
give way to the Lindbergh
Slip your
CRJ-7.
vest out. Slip it over your
Giving way to
head.
the
All right, so while they're hooking up, we will double check our weights.
Pulling red tabs or by blowing into the tubes on either
Ground,
side.
United
Do not inflate your vest until exiting the
United
aircraft.
208, go ahead,
If
United
oxygen
2.
masks are needed, they will drop automatically.
Ground,
from panel
United
above.
208,
Place the
we're
mask
ready to
over your
pass.
nose and
Good.
mouth. Secure it with the elastic
All
band
clear,
and breathe
United,
normally.
runway
Assistance
22
will be
right.
provided once
And
everyone has their
Charlie
mask on.
here, Roger,
We
United
appreciate
2.
So fuel on board.
Ensure your safety and comfort.
Lindbergh 4385, give way to the United 73 Max.
Locking gear.
We'll give way to the United 73
Look at
Max,
that, we could
Lindbergh
fix-
4385.
United 2120, give way to
So
the
that's
JetBlue
going to
A320.
be
Giving way to the JetBlue A320, United 2120.
4802. Go. Oh, wait. Our pushback was tail west. So that would be nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
So we're clear. We got wing walkers there. All right. Let's fire up engine 2.
3902, taxi to parking.
United 3902, taxi to parking via Juliet. Hold short of runway 22 right, then Romeo Golf Alpha. Juliet, hold short of runway 22 right, then Romeo Golf Alpha, United 3902.
All right, so that's a good start on 2. Oh, you know what? I'm such a... Gotta put fuel into the engine, right? No wonder it was so quiet. There we go.
Stationary Niner Hotel November.
What kind of pilot is my, right?
Stationary Niner Hotel November, runway 11 taxi via Zulu 5, Zulu Zulu 1. Runway 11 taxi via Zulu 5, Zulu Zulu 1, Stationary Niner Hotel November.
There we go. That's a better start, right? All right, now we have a good start on 2. Now we could go to 1. We'll do 1 from the cockpit. So we're watching and rise. It's good. Let's pop some fuel into that puppy. We got light off. Ignition's activated. ITT is rolling back. Yeah, 2 good starts. All right, so taxi light could come on. Let's tell GSX we are done with them.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Start. Okay, taxi light is on. And what else? Are we good? Gust lock control off. Very important control lever. If you do not turn this off, you will find out very fast how bad that is. And it's probably going to be on your takeoff roll. All right. So after start checklist, starter master can come off. And we can shut the air off, and Gen 3 can come off. Main can be shut down. We are now on engine bus 1 and 2. All right, Gen 3 is off. APU air is off. Air conditioning mains are on both.
Lindbergh 4446, taxi to parking via Juliet. Hold short of runway 22 right, then Bravo, Romeo Mike.
Engine anti-ice is on auto, and pitot and vane heat is on. So before taxi, flaps will be set to 11. Trim is set. APU is stopped. APU main is off. Lift dampeners are armed. Yaw dampening is in. Turn you on. Yaw dampening is in. Control locks are off. Flight controls are check free and clear. So let's do flight controls check.
Lindbergh 4535, ready for push and start. Lindbergh 4535, cleared for push and start.
I didn't put the brakes on that.
Push and start approved. Lindbergh 4535. Taxi to parking. United
Brakes on my wheels. Keeps the chair from moving. All right, so now let's do
Alpha 8, Lima 3, Alpha 9, Lima 1, Alpha 10.
rudder check is
Juliet,
good.
hold short of runway 22 right, then Romeo Bravo, Alpha 8, Lima 3, Alpha 9, Lima 1, Alpha 10, United 65.
Flight control checks are good. Taxi clearance. Newark ground, Canadian Regional 1911 we're ready for taxi. And then the taxi light is on. So taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist, lineup clearance, strings will be on. Takeoff clearance will be received.
Alpha 12, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha.
Runway 4 left, taxi via Alpha 1, Foxtrot 3, Alpha 1, 2, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha. Canadian Regional 1911. That was an odd taxi clearance. Just let you know. That was an odd taxi clearance. All right, let's get Emily doing our radios. Situated here, and we are good. Go. Let's just double check that our trims are set. And yeah, we can lose you. All right, clear you out. That stays on until this very moment. And don't know exactly why. But once that's all clear, we can clear that out. All right. And what do you... Runway heading... Taxi started up. Alpha 1, Alpha 1, 2, Alpha, Alpha, Alpha. Actually, that wasn't a... That was not a weird...
United 1215, push and engine start approved, tail southwest.
Wow, guys. All right, St. Intentions. I take that back. That was not a weird taxi. It is actually Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Alpha to Alpha, Alpha. All right, park and brake off. Let's go.
Cabin is secured for departure.
Thank you, Chloe. So we're in Alpha 1-1. Alpha 2 is over. Or Alpha 1-2 is over here, so we're just going to hop on over. Keep an eye out on that CRJ. I do love Air Canada's. That black and white is very sharp.
We'll give way to the Lindbergh CRJ-7 United 3902.
Over to Alpha 1-2. Do a quick brake check. Brakes are good. FedEx ramp. Doing FedEx things. It's all looking good.
Dashport 2128, give way to the Lindbergh CRJ-7 on your left.
We'll give way to the Lindbergh CRJ-7, Dashport 2128.
We're just going to swing down to Alpha. You can see the sign here. This is Alpha right here. So we'll just continue our taxi turn down Alpha taxiway. We'll check to see if we're clear. On the left, we are. All right, flap set for takeoff. Absolutely love this plane. This is one of my favorite planes in the sim. And here's the thing. I never got it for 2020. got this plane for 2024, and I kind of wish I had gotten it when it came out in 2020.
Delta 2864.
Because it is very good. Is Alpha Alpha? And we are holding short 4 left.
Clearance 34 X-rays, PC-12. Request IFR clearance to Kilo Whiskey Delta.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
All right, so we get landing lights could come on.
What is the tower?
Strobe lights could come on. And turn you on. That all looks good. Let's go to tower. Newark Tower, Canadian Regional 1911. We're holding short 4 left, ready for departure.
Canadian Regional 1911, Newark Liberty International Airport Tower, runway 4 left, winds 360 at 10. Fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
Runway 4 left, runway heading, cleared for takeoff. Canadian Regional 1911.
We're going to be about an hour in the air.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Chime the cabin.
Spirit Wings 1360, winds 360 at 10, runway 04 right, clear to land.
Turn you on.
Clear to land.
2000 sets.
Spirit Wings 1360.
And we are on runway heading. Flaps are set. Landing lights are on. 4 left to confirm. Spool them up. Let's go. Toga.
Brickyard 3436, contact ground on 121.8. Rotate to ground. Brickyard 3436.
And let's go flying, guys. Pause the brake. Gear up.
4477, hold short of runway 22 right. Hold short of 22 right, landmark 4477. Lindbergh 4477, cross runway 22 right.
About 400 feet, so autopilot could come on. Let's go to heading mode. On IS. Good, flaps could come up.
Contact departure on 127.6.
Contact departure on 127.6. Canadian Regional 1911.
And we are off. Flying out New York City over there.
Newark Liberty departure. Canadian Regional 1911.
Love the 1000. It's like this little buzz bomb. Bring you down a little bit.
Canadian Regional 1911, Newark Liberty departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 280, turn left heading 350, vectors to Gale, then as filed. Duke 4 Romeo Sierra, contact Kennedy approach on 125.
I'll come at 280.
Climb and maintain flight level 280. Left heading 350 for vectors to Gale, then as filed. Canadian Regional 1911.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our ascent to our cruising altitude of 30,000 feet, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. In just a few minutes, we will begin our in-flight service featuring
direct to
contact Kennedy approach on 125.7.
Renowned for its exceptional
Contacting Kennedy approach on 125.7. Canadian Regional 1911.
If there is anything else you need,
on.
feel free to ask our cabin crew members.
We'll go clean up. So one of the things I didn't talk about on the roll is so this plane has very little rudder steering authority under 80 knots. So when you're on the takeoff roll up to 80 knots, you actually have to steer the plane on the runway with the tiller. And once you're past 80 knots, then you can start getting rudder authority to steer the plane.
3039er. Canadian Regional 1911.
Departure Lindbergh 4535 2000 for 4000.
Dirt on the windows.
35 radar contact, climb and maintain 9000. Up to 9000.
I do believe that it will accumulate dirt. I think that's one of the 2024
21280. Dashboard 2128, radar contact.
Another thing you want to do is always remember to turn this one on. It's a
Lindbergh 4535, contact Kennedy departure on 125.7.
for it to capture the altitude. If you don't, anytime you make an adjustment, this is going to shut off, including turning on the vertical speed. Any type of change to this monitor, this is going to shut off. So you're going to have to get in the habit of hitting this, or you're going to blow through your altitudes. And that could be a bad thing on descent. All right, passing 10,000.
Level 250.
Set you off.
You can give me radar vectors to Robbinsville.
Cracked all that in there, and we will
688 13,000.
turn off the seatbelt signs. Smoke them if you got them.
Contact New York Center on 125.325.
Seatbelt sign has just been turned off.
125.325 for American 495. Good day.
Keep your seatbelt fastened while seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
We are on our way. Crew, we are doing good. Off to Toronto. Little buzz bomb. Sound. It's just cute. This little one. That's all you can say. It's just cute. All 10,000. So get some tunes on. And we will sit here and chill.
Down to 2800, cleared for the RNAV Zulu 04 right approach, United 965. United 965, contact Newark Liberty Tower on 118.3. Switching to Newark Liberty Tower on 118.3 is United 965.
So, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in, hanging out. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Helps out the channel.
Delta 2342, radar contact, climb and maintain 11-1-1000.
Please remain seated while we serve you.
Up to 11-1-1000, Delta 2342.
Or have special requests. Please do not hesitate to ask.
But if you have any of the wind wing stuff, the autopilots, there is multi-flight profiles. I have the wind wing Airbus autopilot, and the Moby profile that I got off of Flight Sim TO is excellent.
Bonanza 421 Alpha Whiskey New York approach. Roger. Hold the altimeter 299er1.
All right, so we got climb out checklist. We're taking landing gears up, flaps are up, lift dampeners are in, TRCs or TTCs are in climb, taxi light is off, engine landing ice is on auto, altimeters are set, landing lights are off above 10,000, and our seatbelt signs are off. That is our after takeoff climb checklist complete.
119.1 for Endeavor 5096.
New York approach, Delta 2, 16,000.
Delta 2 radar contact. American 688, contact Kennedy Tower on 119.1.
119.1 for American 688. Good day.
The Black Square Baron and Bonanza professionals are dropping tomorrow. Unfortunately, I would love to stream with you guys, but I have training tomorrow that I have to go to. In the United States, all law enforcement professionals have yearly update trainings and certifications, and tomorrow is my firearms requalification training. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, although I really would like to get going on the releases for that. But and then with work on Wednesday, so our next stream after today's double feature is going to be Thursday, and we are going to dive headfirst into those Black Square aircraft. I absolutely cannot wait.
New York Center, good afternoon.
New York Center Delta 1014 is with you, flight level 175 for flight level 300.
Delta 1014, New York Center, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Flight level 360, Delta 1014.
All right, so we do want to climb out. We get our VNAV set up. So this isn't a coupled VNAV. It is a advisory VNAV. So it just gives us information that we can give our autopilot to reach our target altitudes that we want. I always set 2,000 in there. That gives me roughly around 4% descent or 4 degrees descent. I mean, my bad, 3 degrees. We're in the climb out, so that's why it's not exactly showing up perfectly. But then it'll give us other information. So we got 227 miles to our top of descent, and then our descents are here for our arrival. And we're doing the Lightning 3 arrival. Haven't given us our max climb yet. Usually center gives us that. So 90s aircraft, this probably would have had a hush kit on it. I didn't put the hush kit on there. We'll get up here and cruise, and then we'll do a little cabin tour, kick things off, see what the artwork is like. The cabin's the same. I know there's no flushable toilets or even toilets modeled, period, but
Canadian Regional 1911, New York Center, climb and maintain flight level 300.
There we are, 300.
Climb and maintain flight level 300. Canadian Regional 1911.
know what I mean? When you make an adjustment that shuts off, you always have to go back and hit the auto capture. All look good. We're at 27. We can actually hit standard. Got to do that. And our flight directors are doing good. It's all set. Right. So let's hope for this afternoon that our inaugural flight with our inaugural return to VATSIM has some controllers on. And we'll see just how rusty I am at VATSIM.
Center of Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, request up change to 2,000 feet to be a Fokker.
Do it.
Red Hawk X-ray Golf Sierra, descend and maintain 2,000.
So, how many guys have the Fokker? Have this Fokker right here? And how many people are actually excited for the F70 F100? I am definitely excited for those. We're definitely going to do some regional ops once those drop. U.S. Air, the U.S. Air livery. But Justflight really did a really good job on this plane. Now it's 2024 native. Beautiful plane. On the shadow side, so it's not so bright. There, that's the photo. Screenshot.
New York Center, American 733, flight level 370. American 733, radar contact.
Alright, let me see. Just to check on some of my programs. We're at cruise. They actually did say it. I don't know if you guys caught it. So I had programmed it to say, little something because we're on a Canadian aircraft. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now commencing our in-flight service. We are pleased to offer you complimentary drinks, including delightful Tim Hortons coffee. As we continue our flight to Toronto, please remain seated while we serve you. Should you need assistance or have any special requests, please do not hesitate to contact us. That's pretty cool that it actually did that. I didn't hear it. Hopefully you guys did.
Newark departure requesting vector to LaGuardia, November 1, Papa Victor.
Nice. Can you handle the comms from now on?
November 1-4, Papa Victor, contact New York departure on 1.
So how I know that say intentions is traffic injection is not as optimized as they say is because when we were at Newark with all that traffic and in the area, I was chugging out at 40-50 frames per second frame gen, and now I'm over 100. So we've gotten away from the traffic. So let's check out the cabin. Overspeeding a little bit because I'm not paying attention to talking to you guys. Let's throw out some air brakes, bring it back. So I found out if you dial it back to about just under 90, like 89, 90, you can maintain your speed pretty well. I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm normally not streaming and talking to you guys and everything like that, so I rarely do these things. Like, I only come back to the cabins when I'm talking to you guys. I'm pretty much inside the flight deck. I don't even go outside the plane. All right, so they got little Canadian Regional seat markers, the headrest covers.
Flight level 280.
There's not much to this cabin. This is a very short plane, so there's only about 46 passengers total.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're delighted to offer our in-flight shopping service during this flight. You will find a fine selection of duty-free items, including premium.
I've got a coat closet here. There's no model lavatories, you can see. That's okay. I think Justflight doesn't do that because they want to keep optimization as best you can. And let's be honest, it's a flight simulator. It's not toilet simulator, so I'm okay with that. I know maybe some people aren't, but get some Timmies.
New York Center, Blue Streak 5092, flight level 280.
Blue Streak 5092, radar contact.
I didn't update GSX, so that's why we don't have passengers. Some people say this flight deck's ugly. You guys think it's ugly? I don't think it's ugly. Stay on the shadow side. The white plane's a little bright on the sunny side. There's no cloud level. Hey, Tango Kilo 4140, sup VFD, stopping by in between calls. How's the F28 treating you? It is treating me great. Oh, Oops, wrong account. That's okay. That's okay. CJ, how's it going? The F28 is treating me perfectly. I absolutely love this plane. It's my favorite plane. It's my favorite plane to fly with Piedmont Historical Group, and I can't get enough of it. And now for 2024 native, man, life can't get any better. Guys, don't know, Classic Jet Sim Pilot also runs a YouTube channel that showcases classic airliners and aircraft. It is a wonderful channel. You guys take a moment, you can check him out. Oh yeah, actually, it was because of your channel, CJ, that I'm on. I fly with them. It was one of your first videos I saw. You were talking about them, and I checked them out, and I didn't know what I was missing in my life. All the classic stuff. So we're about 33 minutes to on the ground, so say maybe about 15 minutes to our top of the set. We'll check on that in a little bit. Just looking at this beautiful Canadian Regional Fokker F28. So we fly over Newark. We're actually going over We'll be flying over Binghamton shortly. Oh yeah, Northwest, Piedmont, yeah, all the it's all sort of, it's just a great place to go and find purpose with these more classical planes. So they got everything. You can fly the 727, the F28. I think we got got a couple classical 737s in the fleet. There's also the RJ 85. So it's a great place to go if you guys are interested. It's called Piedmont Virtual Airlines Historical Group, and check them out. And it's got a whole bunch of, it's a place to fly these old planes that are no longer with us. And it's not very, one of the great things is, especially for me, to try to manage all my virtual airlines that I belong to and stream and work and everything like that. They're not really strict on how many flights you do. I think it's one every 180 days. That's awesome. So it's truly a casual place to go and fly. So just double check. We don't have any cruise checklist that we can do on this paper chart. And then this checklist I got off of FlightSimTO is, and I haven't laminated it or anything like that. I'll make a nice one up later. But I like paper checklists as opposed to the onboard stuff. But this is like the essentials breakdown rather than having the flows in the checklist as well. So it doesn't have anything for us for cruise, so all we got is our descent. Let's review that real quick. All right. All right, so it's the 90s, so we're rocking our UNS one. Yeah, about 104 miles to our top of descent. And what that's going to do is actually when we reach our top descent, even though I programmed 2,000 feet per minute, we're probably going to end up going down before that. This is just a reference as to the maximum that I want to do for our target VS. But it's going to give us our target VS to our first intersection. We'll just follow that. What I do is I usually go about 1,000, roughly 1,000 feet faster than that, and it works out great for me. I'm not sure if that's the real world there. All right, hopping back on my my next meeting. I'll watch the rest of the replay later. Thanks for the shout out. See you around PVA Pilots Lounge. Oh yeah, great. Thanks for stopping in, CJ. It was great having you on board. And yeah, definitely hope to see you around. All right. So we're all good. So what we're going to do next is we're going to set up for our approach. So I'm planning the ILS 5. Let's see if that's still looking good. Yeah. So let's get the chart up and we'll program our frequencies and so that we're all set up for that approach and not try to stay ahead of the plane. Stay ahead of the plane so we're not so our mandatory let's see, that's the wrong one. So we're landing runway 5. That would be this one. So it looks like Bimbo is 8,000 at Bimbo. Is that in there? Yeah. Which one are we?
559er, radio 17,000 inbound Plana.
JetBlue 859, New York Center, roger.
There's actually a couple of them. Okay, there we go. Here's our landing runway. All right, so we got Seagood at 8,000. Seagood at 8,000.
859, climb and maintain flight level 230.
And that's in there. Seagood at 8,000. That's our mandatory hit. So we have to cross Seagood at 8,000. Before that, we have some leeway. But let's get our ILS set up. So our frequency is 109.7. That's up here, nav 1 and nav 2. So we're going to go 109.7 on both sides. All right, so we tuned in our ILS. So the course heading is here. And there's a couple things you have to remember with this. Excuse me. There's a couple things you have to remember with this setup. Is that you can put the course headings in. So for one, so it's 57 on the course heading. But if you want to follow if you want the plane to follow the ILS, you have to make sure that you activate the approach. So if you guys are having problems or your F28s aren't flying the approach, the ILS coupled approach, it's probably because you didn't hit this button right here.
Your center schedule 108 Papa Tango 4000.
Alright, so a little sensitive. Okay, so course settings are all locked in. So when we start getting vectors, we can have our course. So when we switch to nav, this is another thing you have to do. There's no auto switching. When you switch to the nav, our course will be already locked in. We're already ahead of the game. And we'll all be looking good. And that's all it is. So 70 nautical miles. It's about a couple minutes left. So let's brief the approach. All right, going to be doing the ILS 5 approach. Frequency is 109.7. Course is 57 degrees. We got a final approach fix at altitude at 2,000 feet. With a decision altitude of 760, which is 200 feet above the ground. Missed approach. If we have to go missed, we are going to climb to 1100 on a heading of 57, and then a climbing left turn to 3000 to intercept the outbound for Toronto VOR radial 13 to AvTech, and at AvTech we will hold. That is if they don't give us any vectors. Now I know Beyond ATC gives us vectors. I'm not too sure how good Say Intentions is with the missed approach, but we might actually go we might climb up to 3,000 feet, and then we'll do a downwind and come back around for ILS 57. But we'll see what ATC says.
We request further descent, Delta 215. Clear to 6,000 feet, Delta 215.
All right, it's looking good. So we got about 6 minutes or so. So let's take one more juice look at the outside of this plane. Love it. Not a cloud in the sky, crew. Not a cloud in the sky. Well, oh, made me a liar. So there's like a little front going on over there. Not a cloud in the sky. Not a cloud in the sky, guys. It looks like Canada's got some clouds. That's fine. Song is called Fanny Pack. I'm not digging it. There you go. This one's a little more chill. So we are all set up for the approach. The approach is briefed. We're all looking good. Still cruising across New York. Should be coming across the Finger Lakes. Yep, there we are. We got Seneca Lake. Actually, I don't know all the names of the lakes. I just know Seneca Lake. Did vacation here as a kid once in Watkins Glen. It was really cool. We took a drive up to Geneseo, New York. There's an airfield up there. There was a Warbirds air show that I saw. Don't know if that still exists. That was many, many moons ago.
Canadian Regional 1911. Cleveland Center, Canadian Regional 1911. Good afternoon. Maintaining flight level 300.
Did tour. There's a gorge at Watkins Glen. You can walk up. Pretty cool.
Canadian Regional 1911, Cleveland Center. Good afternoon.
We did take a boat ride out on Seneca Lake. Big lake. Actually, I remember the waters were rough. It was a large enough lake to have wind generated waves. But yeah, it was pretty cool. We took a trip up to Geneseo, somewhere up here, to a Warbirds air show, and they had something like 9 B-17s there. It was like one of the largest gatherings of B-17s, Flying Fortresses. One of my favorite World War II bombers, and they actually had a flyby with all 9 of them in formation over the airfield. It was awesome. It was awesome. The sound of those 9 B-17s flying over was just something to be had.
Tango Foxtrot, requesting flight level 360.
Just something to be seen, man.
American 2450, descend and maintain 12000.
And it was funny. So the one first officer on the B-17 got sick, and they were leaving. It was the last day of the air show, and they were leaving to go back to Colorado. And they were looking for, it was funny, they made an announcement over the PA. It's funny that I remember this stuff, but they made an announcement over the PA they were looking for a first officer, and they needed you to have a multi-engine rating to fly in the right seat of this B-17 all the way to Denver. And they said, look, it was just going to be a one-way. They weren't going to pay for your ticket back. They weren't going to pay for your flight to return home. But if you were interested, and it was like 5 minutes later after they made that announcement, they came over the PA and said, "Okay, we have enough people to look at." There was somebody, like probably every pilot lined up to try to get that right seat flight all the way to Denver. You're going to have a long time to learn and fly that B-17. It was funny. A little anecdote there. I do know that there is a B-17 in the simulator now. Flight Pros, Micro Pros. That is an old school name, Micro Pros. We're talking FS98 days and probably prior. We're going to showcase it, but I want to wait until it's done. It's an early release, and it's pretty early release. So that's why I haven't showcased it. But love the B-17. We're going to fly it just when it's ready.
Center Citation Whiskey Tango Foxtrot with you. Flight level 163, climbing flight level 320.
All right, so how are we looking? 20 miles to our top of the descent, so we're almost ready to go down. All right, Cleveland Center, Canadian Regional 1911. We are ready to start down.
Canadian Regional 1911, descend and maintain 13,000.
Descend and maintain 13,000. Canadian Regional 1911.
So put 13,000. That's actually our first, I believe, one of our first restrictions. No, that's the top of that one at 13,000. And what's our advisory say? We could start down now. Let's do 1600. Power back. All right, we're starting down. Power back to 80. These settings work the best for me.
Descend via lining 3 into Toronto. Altimeter 3042.
We're going to do the lining 3.
Lining 3 into Toronto. Altimeter 3042. Canadian Regional 1911.
It's on. So it's 1600. Let's go 1700. I always like to go 100 faster, just to get us down just a little bit early. So we'll just keep an eye on that. All right, we're on our way down. Let's look at our descent checklist. All right, so ATIS and weather we received. Excuse me, pressurization is set. So we want to put our landing altitude in. Could give us a cabin pressure of 0. Right, so pressurization set and
Caribbean Airlines 79er, contact Toronto Center on 133.3.
Controls, the power controls could go to takeoff. That's the TTC. And what that's going to do is that's going to give us full toga authority if we have to go around. All right, landing data is in. Minimums are set 200. Then landing lights are to go at 10,000.
For our descent into Toronto, please ensure your seatbelt is securely fastened and your seat back and tray table are in their upright positions. We will begin collecting any
with all that on, and yep, altimeters will be set as transition and descent checklist complete. 4 landing to go. We got landing. Just to review, landing gear, lift dampeners, flaps will be all set, and then a go around altitude set in the thing. All right. Naving down pretty good. Just keep an eye on that. 1600 still good. Here I have my chart up. We've got to be at SIDAB between 11 and 13, so we'll probably hit somewhere in between there. If you were intimidated by the F28 before, with its VOR navigation, and which was a pretty heavy workload, this UNS-1, which simulates more of a 90s use, which this plane was used in the 90s. So it's not unrealistic to have this in here, even in classic operations. It really does take the workload away. You still don't have that moving map, but it's a nice, there's no magenta line to follow, but it's a nice, it gives you a nice breathing room instead of having to monitor all those VORs, which to me, I don't find terrible. I like flying VOR to VOR. We've seen it on the channel a couple times. DC3, I'm always flying VOR to VOR. The 727, we did a flight from Philadelphia to Florida. That was all VOR. Once you get the understanding of how VORs work, it's really not that difficult to manage. And you know, you set it up. I'll have like my notes. I'll have like a little sticky here, like to make notes, and I'll put, VOR frequencies, and I'll just go down the flight plan and put the relevant VORs. And you just stay on top of it. All right, passing Woozy. Still coming down. Let's get the flight recorder up so we don't forget. There you are. It hiding under all my screens. All right. You back up. All right. We are good. So, passing 18,000. Set you back to our barometric pressure. And our descent's looking good. Our cabin is coming down. Cabin's descending. Right. Little magic barrel ref check there. ILS is R02. We're all set up for our approach. And we're looking good. So about 10 minutes left of the flight. Plus or minus. Cold in my office. I don't have the heat turned on yet in Northeast United States. Getting a little chilly these days. Getting a winter down.
Air Canada 608.
But I always keep my office cold anyway for the computer.
Air Canada 608. Radar contact.
I keep it around 80, coming down until we need to slow down.
Canadian Regional 1911, contact Toronto approach on 124.475.
That we can use our speed brakes to help us slow down even more.
Canadian Regional 1911. Toronto approach, Canadian Regional 1911. Good afternoon. Descending from 16,000 to 13,000.
Just double check our VNAV.
Canadian Regional 1911, Toronto approach identified. Good afternoon, Toronto altimeter 3039, or expect the ILS runway 5 approach to Toronto.
Bring it up to 15.
Turn right heading 070 or Transat 574.
Actually, you just keep over and you keep monitoring, because that's going to adjust to live time.
Canadian Regional 1911.
Try to get us, you know, on our path and on our mark. There's the altitude alert. Value up. Have our pre-select ready. Altitude alert for capture. There's 13,000 capture. Which would then allow us to slow down nicely to 250. It's okay, we dip under. We just don't want to dip too far. As everybody's well aware, there's no auto throttle on the F28. But it's also it's nice. It's not aggressive, so you can just, as long as you keep it around, and I've done so many flights in this thing that I kind of have my engine settings. Got RPG gamers. Hey, welcome to the stream and chat. Hey, good stuff. I fly the F28 around Quebec and the Maritimes quite a bit. Nice, very nice.
JetBlue 255, contact Toronto Center on 124.9 or 25.
Toronto Center on 124.9 or 25, JetBlue 255.
Getting ready for our approach. Kill the music. Crossing CDAB, we can then descend down to 8,000 feet.
Toronto approach, Porter 470, flight level 150.
Porter 470, radar contact.
Capture there, so let's dial it down to 8,000. And we're crossing the CDAB, so we can go down to our 8,000 mark. Yeah, double check the VNAV advisory, see what it wants us to do, and we'll dial her down about 1,800. See where that settles in. That looks good. Give a little bit of just a hair speed brake, just to keep us from overspeeding as we come into 10,000 mark. Let's see what we're looking like. Okay, we settled in at
Departure
1650.
Canada 04 with you, climbing flight level 310.
So that's a good descent. That'll give us an early arrival for our mandatory. We'll probably cross Degro at 8,000 instead of Seagood.
Climbing flight level 220.
Well, we're coming down nicely. This has finally got some clouds.
10,000 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be landing in a few minutes. Please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened and your seat back and tray table are in the upright position. The use of the lavatory
You want
is
to
not
remember
permitted at
to
this time.
arm the altitude capture. And we're looking good. Crossing the Gato at 9,000, so definitely going to make our restriction at 8,000 for Seagood. And let's see what our intercept is for our ILS. I know our intercept is 2,000. I think I said that. So 3,000 is where we're going to be our recommended initial approach altitude. So Zigam and Dopa be at 3,000.
Speedbird Niner Zulu Yankee, contact Toronto Tower on 118.35.
Tower on 118.35, Speedbird Niner Zulu Yankee.
Crossing Seagood, turn it out. We made our restriction.
JetBlue 255, Toronto departure, radar contact, climb via the SID.
So it's kind of putting us on a downwind to the ILS 5. So we can actually, once we capture that thing, we're going to line the heading up for our downwind. And we'll go flaps 8, I believe it is. I think it's flaps 8. Just double check. I don't want to get it wrong for you guys.
Dashport 2942, direct keg 2. Cleared for the RNAV.
Flaps 6 degrees of flaps.
Descend and maintain altitude 1800 until established.
Down to 1800, cleared for the RNAV, Y08 approach, dashport 2942.
Yeah, we descend down to
2942, contact City Tower on 118.2.
3,000.
Switching to City Tower on 118.2, shout at dashport 2942.
That's a little aggressive. Let's bring this up to about 1,500. And we'll arm you. And we'll go nav. See, we got our course already laid in. And we can start slowing up. Some speed brake out there. That's our gear horn. We'll acknowledge and silence that. We get it down to 200 knots, so throw out some more flap. Low 10,000, forgot to get these on. There we are. Broke out. Here's 5,000. Let's do just another quick barrel ref check. Okay. Looking good. So let's go.
Emirates 242 Super, Toronto departure, radar contact, climb flight level 200.
Toronto departure, Emirates 242 request direct
So we can actually turn in. We'll intercept that. We'll intercept that ILS course.
Canadian Regional 1911, turn right, heading 340 vectors for the ILS runway 5 approach. Canadian Regional 1911, turn right, heading 345.
Right heading 340, vectors for the ILS runway 5 approach. Canadian Regional 1911.
Hit the approach, it activates both course lines for a coupled ILS approach. Just gotta remember you gotta hit that. Because if you don't, you won't capture the ILS. Because it needs to run off nav 1 and nav 2.
Turning right, heading 345. Canadian Regional 1911.
Canadian Regional 1911, 10 miles from Dolpa. Turn right, heading 030, cleared for the ILS runway 5 approach.
Turning right, heading 030, cleared for the ILS runway 5 approach. Canadian Regional 1911.
030, looking good. And we'll arm nav. As we've been cleared for the approach.
The Toronto departure, Air Canada 618 with you.
Flaps 11 degrees.
For 5,000. Good afternoon. Climb 13,000, direct Alcud, Air Canada 618.
Air Canada 618, climb flight level 210.
Climbing flight level 210, Air Canada 618.
It's looking good. We got flaps 11 commanded. Traveling and indicating. Landing lights out. We are good to go, crew. Here's nav capture. We'll go flaps 15. Gear down.
Departure Rouge 1656 2000 for 4000.
Rouge 1656, radar contact, climb and maintain 12-1 2000.
Climb 12-1 2000, Rouge 1656.
And lift dampeners ready.
Departure, dashport 2725 2000 for 4000.
Dashport 2725, radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000.
Up to 8,000.
You just monitor your airspeed on the approach. Like remember, there's no auto throttle. You just monitor the airspeed. Make sure you're within your profile.
Contacting Toronto Tower
We're good.
on 118.35. Canadian Regional 1911.
All right, we have nav capture. Now we can capture arm the glide slope.
Toronto Tower, Canadian Regional 1911. Good afternoon. We are established on the ILS approach for runway 5.
Give it a little more gas.
11, Toronto Tower, roger. Continue approach runway 5.
German Cargo 460, contact departure.
Contact departure, German Cargo 460.
We are looking good. Approach looks good.
Foxtrot with uniform India, cross runway 15 right.
right, Foxtrot Whiskey Uniform India.
Yeah, we're crossing Dulipa, so we should be coming up onto our track. 3,000 will be a good capture altitude. And there's the glide slope coming in.
11 Toronto Tower, wind 070 at 7. Runway 5, cleared to land.
Runway 05, cleared to land. Canadian Regional 1911.
Go laps 32. I know my degrees are all wrong.
15 left, Porter 307.
Porter 405, cross runway 15 right.
25, and then 40 to go.
Cross 15 right, Porter 405.
42 to go, I should say.
710, contact departure.
Departure for Delta
Bring it
2710.
in. That's flaps 42 in.
Contact departure. Departure for Brickyard 4770.
All right, we have glide slope capture. And we'll bring her back down to VREF. All right, gear down, flaps full, landing lights are on, lift dampeners are in, landing checklist complete. Oh, and TTC is takeoff. So let's see, okay, there's our runway. There's our runway. Right in front of us.
Cross runway
Good
15
to
right,
go.
Golf Mike Romeo.
And flight recorder.
All aircraft be advised, information mic is now current. Altimeter 299er 3.
Going to 119er, decimal 1. Air Canada 481.
Yep, getting too slow, getting too slow. Thank you, first officer. There we go. Back up to VREF. Looking good.
Traffic.
Charlie Hotel Echo Tango, contact departure.
Departure for Charlie Hotel Echo Tango.
And all right, we are cleared to land. (1,000 feet), cleared to land, stable.
Cabin is secured.
Order 307, hold short of runway 15 right.
Holding
After
short of
landing.
runway 15 right, Porter 307.
$500. It's good. My plane.
Clear of conflict.
Breezy. Real breezy.
Air Canada 677, contact departure.
Pushing your departure, Air Canada 677.
Air Canada
Minimums
261,
continue.
contact departure.
Air Canada 261, contact departure.
Order 307, hold short of runway 15 right.
Hold short of 15 right, Porter 307.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And we are down. Spoilers out. Lift dampeners are activated. And we're on rollout.
Canadian Regional 1911, welcome to Toronto. Contact ground on 119.1.
Switching to ground on 119.1.
All right, we'll take this high speed up here.
Regional 1911.
Welcome to Toronto. Put the spoilers in.
Toronto ground, Canadian Regional 1911. Afternoon, cleared runway 5. Ready to taxi to the gate.
Canadian Regional 1911, Toronto ground, taxi to Terminal 1, Gate 72 via Hotel 3, Echo Tango Alpha Lima Tango 1.
We hope that you had a pleasant flight, and we are looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Toronto ground, Air Canada 982, ready to taxi.
All right, it's good. We'll clean up the aircraft.
72 via Hotel 3, Echo Tango Alpha Lima Tango 1. Canadian Regional 1911.
Outside, the temperature is a mild 9 degrees Celsius with partly cloudy skies. We are currently
Come
taxiing
off.
past the charming city of Milton.
India Mike
And
runway 5 taxi
An
via
area
Echo
known
Alpha,
for its
Echo Golf
beautiful
We're
natural
going.
surroundings and vibrant community life.
Runway 5 taxi
Toronto's
via Echo
famous
Alpha.
Terminal 1, Gate 72.
CN Tower, making it a top destination for visitors. On behalf of Canadian Regional Airlines and Captain John, we thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
He wants
Please
us
remain
to
seated with
do
your seatbelt fastened until the aircraft
Hotel
has come to a
3.
complete stop and the seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Echo.
We hope you had an enjoyable flight and look forward to welcoming you on board again soon.
Echo Tango. Alpha Lima. And then Tango 1. Okay. All right, so we're going to come out here on Hotel 3. And we're going to turn left onto Echo, and then we're going to take Echo down to Tango.
Passengers, please sit down. Aircraft is still moving and seatbelt sign is still on.
Haha. You got yelled at. All right, so kill that. We'll put you on standby. Take you all the way down to Tango.
Thinking of the Moonflower 5 heavy, westing taxi.
RF DPU.
Moonflower 225, pushback approved. Face
We can kill the flight recorder.
Moonflower 225, we are ready for taxi.
And we'll get down to our gate and we'll see what our landing was. Felt good. Who knows? My guess 202 is my guess for our landing. All right, flaps can come up. I would do the after landing checklist. Right, paying attention to what's going on.
1907, ready for push and start.
Boy, went off the runway. Oh, taxi lights are on, landing lights are off, APU is on. Speed brakes are in, lift dumpers are in, flaps are up.
Foxtrot Papa Yankee Oscar ready to taxi.
Foxtrot Papa
Engine
Yankee
anti-ice is
runway 5
off.
taxi via Kilo,
Engine
Juliet, hold short of runway 15 right, then Juliet.
windshield is on. Generator 3
Runway
is
5
on.
taxi
Okay.
via Kilo, Juliet, hold short of runway 15 right, then Juliet Foxtrot Papa Yankee Oscar.
All right, this is Sierra, so the next one will be Tango. And we'll run over this is Beach Baron. Is it a Beach Baron? No. Cessna 402. Just crush that one up. Oh, traffic injection. When will you ever be good?
Porter 197, ready to taxi.
Porter 197, runway 5, taxi via 4, Alpha Juliet, Sierra Bravo, Hotel 6.
Runway 5, taxi via 4, Alpha Juliet, Sierra Bravo, Hotel 6, Porter 197.
Porter 307, contact tower on 118.35.
Over to tower, Porter 307.
And here's our turn at Tango. And we're cleared to cross. I don't know where gate 72 is, so we're just going to pick a gate. These all look like heavy gates out here on the end, so let's go inside. We'll pick a medium to small gate. This looks like our gate up over here, right? Looks like something we could fit in. Gate 155. This is definitely not for small planes. Parking brake on. And get you out of the way. Welcome to Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. Get the EPU on. We're going to leave the engines running. We're going to do the replay. But let's check out what Volanta says our landing was. And get rid of say intentions for now. End the flight. Review 367. Crew. Did that look like a 367? I don't think so. What do you guys think? Was that was not a slammer. 367? 1.1? All right. This the replay is going to tell. So let's fire that up. So let's get our flaps out. And we'll arm the lift dumper. And we'll check out the replay. See what the replay says. I don't think that was I think that was smoother than 367, but you know, you never know. Felt good. Moving forward. We'll see how the wheels compress. 367. I think we've been robbed. Did float. No, maybe it was. We did compress them pretty good. I don't know. It felt good though. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching this stream with the F28 version 2.2. Let's wind this back here. And it is beautiful in the simulator, native 2024. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for Classic Jet Sim Pilot for Chad. We got RPG Gamerus joined us in the chat. And everybody watching in the background, thank you very much. I really do appreciate you. You guys are the best. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. There'll be more to come. 3 o'clock this afternoon Eastern Time, we're going to be flying the Lear 35. I'm going to get some lunch, so it might be just a little later than 3 o'clock, but we're going to get going later on this afternoon with a flight from Boise down to San Jose, and we should be doing it on the network. So if that all works out. All right, and see you guys then, and on to the next one. Thanks for watching Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John, and see ya. Did I have the stupid Volanta screen up the whole time? I really do apologize for that. Wow. Rookie move. Rookie streamer move. Sorry. This is the landing.